If your kids are anything like mine, here's what I know. They're not so fond of boundaries, because here's what our children believe. They believe we're putting these boundaries in place in their life to limit their potential. But here's what we know as adults. Hey, boundaries aren't put in our lives to limit us. They're actually there to liberate us. If you're like me, I've been caught speeding on occasion. And every now and then, as I'm speeding down the highway, I will pass a police officer. And as you know it, if I'm over the speed limit and I pass the police officer, here's what happens. Heart rate goes up. I start looking in the rearview mirror, and I immediately begin to pray, Lord, don't let this person pull out and give me a ticket. If I'm going the speed limit, if I'm within the boundary, here's what I do. When I pass that cop, I simply wave and hope they're having a great day, because the boundary actually liberated me. Here's what I believe. I believe that what's true of our children is also true of us as we navigate the sport journey as a parent. I know this, after being a coach for almost 20 years, after being a parent for almost 16 years now, I know the sports world has a tendency to suck us in and make us do things that we would never have done on the front end, completely out of character. And if we create some boundaries, what I believe it does, it gives us some healthy alignment to know what we're aiming for. I love what Dr. Tim Elmore says about parenting. He says this, the further out I can see as a parent, the better decision I will make in the present. And what boundaries do is they protect us. The Bible says this, it says, above all else, guard your heart. Parents, here's one thing I know. Man, our hearts can get us in trouble. And we love our children so much, and we've invested so much in our children that sometimes our heart can get us outside the boundary that God has designed for us. We're gonna look at some specific boundaries that I believe are not only good for our children, but they can actually liberate us as a family.